Hey everybody, Vinny SOB, and I'm finally able to put up a video for the Iron Will Doctrine, which is the new doctrine for the Oberkommando West in Wikinger mod. So this is the 9th iteration of the beta. So as it stands, Charlemagne, I think, is putting up the overview video. So his should be up now. If you're watching this, his is definitely up, so you should check that out. But yeah, I haven't actually played this 9th version of it yet, so some of the things that we were discussing in balance should be implemented. So let's take a look. Something new is you have to pick a doctrine. In fact, let me just show you. Oberkommando, there's nothing but a medic you can build, so you have to pick a doctrine with Oberkommando. We'll go with... There we go. Now I have some motorized guys and some reserve troops.
Supply half track is in action. Standing by for setting of command post.
And you start off with these, all of it, the Oberkommando doctrines are going to start off with this Freiwilliger guy. And they're the only ones that can actually reinforce at the building, at the headquarters. And you're going to see this.
Ready for action.
So how do you like that? Now your troops come out in a truck with this doctrine. Pretty cool, huh? And it's random. You'll see there's 3 little flags. These are Eastern Front troops. You don't know what you're going to get, which is cool, but also can suck too. So here I have the Zorvalis, whatever the hell. These are the Bulgarians. Now they have some bolties, I think, but they do have an anti-tank grenade. So that's pretty cool. Come on, homie. There's my other truck. Get your ass up here, buddy. So I don't know that I've ever played this map. It doesn't look very big. It's gonna be a while before I get the machine gun team. Let's get one more truck out here for good measure. Come on, guys, get in there. What the hell are you doing? Oh, you have to unload them. So here's something real quick. If you don't unload these guys, that truck can get blown up. What do we have here? Now these troops were supposed to be updated. Originally they were pretty rough. It looks like they're fighting back pretty good, which I like to see. Nice. They were extremely weak, these volunteers. They were just god-awful initially.
Prepare for combat. Driver, advance us forward.
So they said they were going to upgrade them to make them more in line with other troops.
Under attack! Watch your cover! Men, rise up! Move! Move! The battle is about to commence. Target secure. Establish defensive line. Stand ready.
Alright, so we're moving right along here.
Assembled and ready. Prepare to advance on that point.
MG34.
This is it. Advance on that area. Crew stand ready.
Yeah, so yeah, if you don't unload these things, man, I've had the truck get blown up. Oh, here we go. We have the Latvians.
Heavy machine gun group are ready for action.
Nice.
Direct hit. Ground secure. Fire support. Group ready. Point secure. Maintain the position. Enemy rounds. Keep your heads down. Men are focused
Got a
on
sniper
ready.
right there. That's
Ready. Enemy group are down. Good and ready. Let's go.
Let's keep pushing.
Ready. Ready for action. Quickly, we need to secure the drive. Gear. Schnell.
That territory needs to be secured.
Men, eyes up!
Oh boy. My Latvians aren't faring too well.
This is what they're trained for. Ready to move. Make good your weapons. We are relocating. Come on.
Oh shit, I lost the Latvians.
Forward elements report and infantry unit lost.
There we go. That's what I needed. Oh, fucking flame. Come on, man. Let's retreat them back.
New target. Adjust and fire.
And you're gonna see
Secure
here,
the vehicle. Location set.
I
Begin
have to bring
conversion.
in reserve trooping, which are supposed to build faster now, which it looks like they do. So that's good, because yeah, before you'd be waiting a while, you'd always have a lot of manpower sitting in your base.
This storm and hold that ground.
All right.
Ascent, follow me. We're heading out. Ready!
Let's get prone. Put a nade on him. Oh,
Men are focused and ready! Enemy infantry! Area secure! Field hold position! Get out of here!
come on, kill these unarmed engineers.
Aufgepasst! The command vehicle has converted to a static building.
All right.
Target killed!
Okay. Now you'll see here you have some new stuff. Oh yeah, I'm beating up on these guys pretty good so far. So let's retreat these guys back.
Fall back and regroup.
So here you have, well, these guys are, like I said, these are the only ones that can reinforce normally at the base. The rest of them do not.
Make good your weapons.
Is that their base?
Regroup!
Alright, get out of here. Got a nice forward area. So you see there's no, I cannot resupply them, but you do have the merge. You can also merge, like these are Bulgarians, so I can merge them with another Bulgarian. But I can't merge them with whatever the hell these guys, I don't remember what these guys are. Hungarians or something. These are Hungarians, so I can't merge them. But I take these reserve troop and click, there we go, reserve.
Let's go. Gun sets are ready. Assembled and ready.
There we go.
Prepare to
I mean, it's instant reinforce, but believe me, it's not better.
relocating. Come on.
Trust me, it
This
is
is what we're
definitely not
Follow
better.
me. They're heading out. Receiving enemy fire. Ready to move.
I need another machine gun team. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have this, everything I build come up to this spot. We're gonna go with a machine gun team. Let's take a look at what we have here on the tech tree. Looks like this hasn't changed. Alright, first thing I'm going to go for here is the Panzerfaust Truck, because you don't have any AT troops,
Heavy machine gun team ready for battle.
so you need this. And I'm going to go with the
Supply
roadblocks,
truck is ready for orders.
which also allows me to do hull down on my vehicles, on my tanks.
Good and ready.
So now that I've unlocked that, can I afford it? I can. I'm going to call that in, and I'm going to get a small anti-tank gun.
This is it.
Bring these guys up.
Let's go. Gun sets are ready.
Oh, that's right. That machine gun's there, so I can't move up.
They have a flamethrower.
Where?
Follow me. They're heading out. Let's go. Incoming. Enemy fighters.
Ah,
Fall back.
just get out of here, because I have no really anti-air. So, except for my base, of course.
An anti-tank gun has taken the field.
Schnell. That territory needs to be secured.
Get over there.
Achtung! Prepare to prepare
Now-
to execute orders.
Merge these guys over here, reinforce them. You'll see these guys will have a Panzerfaust here in a second.
Prepare to advance.
Weapon team, ready. Hold. Regimental HQ for mechanized units will be here.
In fact, I don't know if these guys get them. These guys did not get them earlier. These guys still not getting the Panzerfaust. There we go. Now they get it because it's up.
Guns at the ready.
Crew taking fire!
There we go. Retreat all these guys back to get the Panzerfaust.
Keep your heads down. This is it. Fall back my squad. This is follow me. They're heading out. Target killed.
Tank. Shit.
Men
Alright,
up!
now they've got a Panzerfaust, so we're gonna go up. We're gonna. It's a
Anti-tank battery is ready for deployment.
Panzerfaust 60, so it's not the most powerful, but it'll definitely take that shit out.
Ready to deploy!
Aufgepasst. The command vehicle has converted to a static building.
Alright. These guys still do not until they don't get it.
Storms in position.
That's alright.
Good hit! Crew, red! Fire!
Alright, but these guys do have rifle grenades. Alright, so now you'll see
Enemy crew rod secure. Fire support.
you have another set of 3 truck thingies here, and you can build recruits from here now. That's pretty kick-ass. And you can build engineers from here. It's a lot to go over. Some of this stuff is going to be new for me too. Most of this is the same so far. I do like that you can build the recruits now from the
Ready to move. Make
right from the
area secure.
second building. That's pretty kick-ass actually.
This is what we're trained for.
I don't know if I'm gonna get shot by a machine gun nest. I shouldn't.
Heavy machine gun group ready for action.
These guys cover that pretty well.
Pioneer group is ready for action.
Alright,
Crew,
so this is
stand
another
ready.
truck. These are
Understood.
Western Front armies, so they're going to be from different places.
Good and ready.
And they usually have better weapons upgrades. So these guys, they get a PPSH, an MP40, and an MG34. So they're a little bit better. And now they get their Panzerfaust.
Prepare for counter Follow me. They're heading out. Let's go. Guns at the ready.
Grouper is moving behind enemy lines.
Supply hub
Sneak
getter is
in
ready
here.
for orders.
Let's see.
Moving into enemy territory. Defensive fire only.
My second one, you see I can't build anything from this third building here yet. I have an unlocked. It turns it into a mechanized workshop. Now I can build stuff. Where's the flamethrower? Nice. They've definitely improved these troops. They were really dog shit. So I mean now they're definitely, I mean they're cheap. So maybe that was a little bit of too much of a buff on them. I'm not sure because they are pretty cheap.
Point secure. Maintains in position.
I'm looking for a good place to put this MG, and I'm thinking
Target secure. Establish defensive line.
right here where these guys are. We're in this place.
This is it. Ready
These
to
guys
move.
up.
Make good your weapons. Units ready. Prepare to advance from that point.
Alright, but anyway, back to this. You can see I am building a workshop now, so very cool.
Taking infantry fire.
And
Prepare for combat.
that's where we're gonna have, let's get this, that's where we're gonna have our tanks and stuff.
Place to
So
that location.
our stolen tanks.
Excellent flag.
Yeah, I will tell you right now,
Storms in position.
this is a completely different fight than normal, with the troops actually being buffed. What a huge difference. You do get 2 snipers here. which used to be the most important pieces in this game.
This is what we're trained for.
By far. I mean, they were the most, by far the most important piece, and it was because the troops were just so goddamn bad that you needed it. You needed the snipers.
Prepare to advance.
That's it. Let's back up. Cover from back. All right. So now we're cooking with gasoline here. I am gonna need. Well, I'm not even gonna do that. What I'm gonna do, that's.
Let's go.
Give him the Faust. Let's scare him away. These guys don't get a Faust. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't know what they're shooting up. Make that tank run away. Alright, well. I need to hurry up and get an AA gun, an anti-air down, because you don't have any anti-air vehicles.
Execute orders. Enemy destroyed.
Those guys don't have a Panzerfaust. Okay.
Form up outside.
So I'm gonna.
Unit ready.
Well, I'm over here.
Inside. Cover the
Now,
enemy
one
down.
thing
Stay ready to move.
about the
It is finished. Good work, men.
one thing about these guys here, you see they have a magnetic mine and they can pick up a Panzerfaust, but they have no weapons. They're prison troops, so they have to go up in level to be able to earn their freedom, so, which is pretty interesting. So, yeah, they're pretty. They can't retreat either. That's another thing. They cannot retreat.
Assembled and ready.
Alright, that's good enough.
Come on. Prepare to advance.
Let's get them back out there.
This is it. Ready to
These
move.
guys here. Alright. So these guys are in pretty bad shape. Now, my tank should be done. And if you look, it is a stolen T-34 with German paint. Very cool. Alright, let's get it up there. Looking at it's not going to do me any good. Let's...
Eyes up.
Come around. Sorry. Panzerfaust it. Flamethrower, I don't like hearing that. Anytime I hear that, I'm shitting my pants. Alright, another thing these guys can build for quite a bit of money, but it's extremely devastating, is a Pack 40. Emplacement. Oh, good, I shot the flamethrower guy and blew him up. Another cool Wikinger add-on. These guys are going to have to make their way back.
Guns at the ready. Follow me. They're heading out.
Where the hell is that tank?
Good and ready.
Reinforce these guys. There it is.
The battle is about to commence. Ready to move. Make good your weapons.
Nice. Now before you could only build 2 of these packs. Oh shit, is that wall gonna be in my way? Am I gonna be able to shoot over that?
Structure is up.
Yeah, now my guy's gonna be
This is
trapped.
it. Prepare to advance.
They're gonna be able to get out. Oh, they got out.
Let's go. Guns at the ready.
Notice these guys can't, like I said, they cannot
Follow me.
retreat.
They're heading out.
So you see with these packs, they have focus fire, they can camo, and then they can go.
Taking small arms fire. This is it. Prepare to advance. And right. Even. Effective hit. Let's go.
Oh, now these guys have rifle grenades. But yeah, before these guys would be cut down almost instantly. I mean, it's so nice that these guys are at least on equal footing now with other troops, because it really was a pain in the ass.
Let's go! Point taken! Suppressing! Enemy armor! Take cover! Men up! Regroup! Regroup!
Well, let's just hope that these mothers don't. There we go. So, hold down. There you go. Hold down. Thanks for your cool tank design. I'm gonna hold, even though I'm not even penetrating it for some odd reason.
Ready to move. Make good your
I don't know if a machine gun's gonna hit me when I do this, but I'm gonna try to come up and.
taking infantry fire!
Hit it. Look at this Panzerfaust Truck.
Men, eyes up!
Nice.
Let's go! Fire your weapons!
Oh shit. Behind you.
Granata! Men are focused and ready!
Oh, I'm in trouble. Well, not in trouble, but this isn't. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh shit, I don't know if that house is gonna be any better.
Keep your heads down!
About to move. I will take point.
Ready!
Now they're pinned.
Grenades!
A grenade on their ass. Oh, careful, there's a machine gun.
Move! Fall back!
Okay. That's not a good place for that tank.
Weapon team, ready. We need to move.
Under attack! Ready! Unit pinned! Request support! Send orders! Everyone, fall back! Fall back!
Alright. Get the snipers in here. Now you see how this can start becoming a pain in the ass to reinforce.
The battle is about to
Because it
commence.
does require more micro. You gotta make sure you have these guys on hand at all times to be able to
Good and ready.
reinforce your guys.
This is it. Let's go. Under fire!
Oh shit.
Infantry, neutralized. This is it.
Ah, see that machine gun's gonna screw me. Oh good, he wanted to come forward. And I just moved an anti-tank gun up here.
Morgan's field commendation.
Easily enough.
Over. Ready.
Alright. I don't know if that thing can actually fire. But what we're gonna do is we gotta get another one of these AT guns in here.
Men, eyes up. Sit, follow me. They're heading out.
Oh good. That'd be nice when that's destroyed. So
Assemble
where are
to
my
ready.
engineers?
This is it.
So what we need is another one of these AT guns, but I need it to angle in so it protects.
We need to stay clear of them. Infantry firing on Enemy group are down! Enemy fire! Enemy fire! Orders. Achtung! Prepare for action! Move! Verschieben! Ready!
Alright, we're not getting now the other things you can build out of here. If you have the money, you can build an SU-85 that's stolen, and you can build the Panzer SU-7 or the SU-76, a stolen version.
Stay alert. Stay focused. Ready
This
for
truck
action.
didn't go up.
Schnell. That territory needs to be secured. Onwards.
Actually,
Let's
while
move.
you're at it, let's just move you up here. This give me better support against anti-air too.
Quickly. We need to secure that area.
Okay, let's get some bushes on here. Give me a little extra vision. Hide me.
It is finished. Good work, men. Group, prepare for... Good. We're relocating. Come
And
on.
again, you used to be able to build only 2 of these, and if you look, it's super cool. It's like all built with rubble and stuff. Now it can't rotate. This gun cannot rotate, so you
Assemble
can
to
build up to
ready.
4 of them, but that's its
Take
big
footings for
drawback.
Alpha HQ here.
And I don't have enough money.
Enemy rounds! Keep your heads down!
It's not a great sign.
This is it. Prepare to advance. Men are focused and ready!
So this thing cannot shoot because it's in the way. I mean, that's just in the way. That's just
This is what we're trained for. Hold back.
back them off.
That's an order.
It's all right. We're not in a rush.
The battle is about to begin.
Get another anti-air up here. Try to get it in a place that works well.
Get it up.
Command Half-Track has been permanently established as a static post.
All right. Let's see, out of this last building, you can build Stu's, late version, and you can build Panzer. So all your heavy armor is going to come from this tech tree, which now you see I've gone down the emplacement track here. There's also a howitzer, which I'm not going to mess with right now. You do have an armor track, which I'm going to go with. And one of them is just Panzer IV, the other is the KV series.
Ready to deploy!
Now, I mean, I guess one benefit, let me just get these guys back, because they can reinforce normally. One benefit to,
Bring it down. We are displacing.
I don't even need these guys here, I've got an well, you know what, I'm going to have the anti-air set to anti-air, because if you don't, you pay the price.
Prepare to move. I will take point.
Because this is all you have for anti-air. So keeping it down to fight your troops is, like a last-ditch thing. I would not recommend it,
Make good your weapons.
unless you're in deep shit
Good
or
and
something.
ready.
And these guys can't even pick anything up.
Achtung! Ready yourself.
Alright, so if they come through here, they're fucked. They come through here, they're in trouble, if except for right in the center there.
Let me tell you from experience.
Okay.
Weapon team, ready.
I can move this anti-tank gun up now, too. I don't know if they'll try that. I think this anti-tank gun will hit them, so I'm not too worried about it. I've got more than I need, probably anti-tank gun-wise at this point. At least for these little ones. So there we go. I'll put that there. That'll help. Let's see. Damn. I don't really have another place to put this machine gun. You know what I am gonna do? Get it up here in case they sneak around. Nope, that's the door. That's no good. Right here.
Incoming! Rockets!
Oh shit.
Infantry group lost.
Oh, that sucks. I lost an infantry group. Where?
Squad numbers back and full.
There's a tank here. I must have hit somebody up there. There's a machine gun. Oh, it was a anti-tank gun.
This is it. Let's go. Guns are ready. This is what. Direct hit! Direct hit! Enemy fire! Take cover!
Armor disabled! Adjust to new target!
Let's go! We're relocating.
Okay, well at least I know that anti-tank gun can fire.
Fall back! Fall back! Enemy attacking!
Alright, sniper, nice. Got a good view on that, right?
Ready!
These guys are hidden, that's good. If we try to sneak it through there. So yeah, I mean, they're in pretty bad shape at this point. So they increased these to 4 of these. You used to only build 2. And it was on a big map, oh man, it was like a nightmare, honestly, to try to, because they can't rotate.
Excellent back!
So it was very rough. There we go, sniper looking that way. Alright.
Ready to move. Make good your weapon.
Now one thing that is cool about this reinforcement method, but I guess it's no different than if you got like an ambulance or something moved forward, is you can like build a group of these guys and like bring them up to the front, kind of have them, you know, out there to fight, but you know, or not to fight, but to
Let's go.
be there to reinforce. But again, it'd be better just to have, you know, like something you can move around, like a, what's it called? You know, ambulance or something. But yeah, these improvements have made this doctrine right in line with the other doctrines at this point.
Make good your weapons. Good and
But I could take this guy out here, for example, and I know there's someone, like this guy's only got 4, so I could have him reinforced. There you go, snipers. Pin them down. Yeah, the snipers used to be so goddamn important. Like, without them, you were screwed entirely. Like, you needed them.
Flamethrower contact!
That flamethrower was not getting even close. Alright, so we've looked at the normal building. It's standard fare for all OKW, you know, this stuff here. But you have the random Eastern Front troops, and then your recruits. Your second building, you get your prison troops that have that are basically unarmed, that can't retreat. You get your Western Front troops.
Target destroyed!
You get your Western Front troops, which are also random, but they're better loadouts, so they're slightly better. And there's 3 different types of those. Any of the random troops can merge with like troops. So if the flags match, they can merge. See, these recruits can capture ground, but they can't pick weapons up and stuff. So let's go man this gun with them. And let me get another set of recruits out. You should always have a recruit laying around. Okay, you get your truck, your Opel. Once you unlock it, you get this Opel Blitz truck that lets everyone comes over here, get the except for your early Freiwilliger troop, they don't get it. But all these other troops you call in, they do get to use a Panzerfaust. And it doesn't cost anything either to shoot it. But there's a constant munitions drain, I guess, is how it's supposed to be working. but I'm making more munitions than is being pulled away apparently. You can make these 45mm pack. They're supposedly slightly better than the regular minor pack 45s. I don't know why they were talking about it on the forum, or on the forum, so that they're supposed to be slightly different. Maybe it's just in name. But then you have vehicle crews. And again, once you start unlocking roadblocks and stuff, you just hold down. And the hold down, you know, it gives them double hit points. So that's pretty nice. Alright, so, and back to this building, the cool workshop. You can get the SU-76, SU-35, and then you can get the SU-85. Now, the reason I don't have the SU-85 unlocked right now is because in your main building, you have to do the heavy panzer post activation. And with this, you can build Stugs, and once you unlock it, you can build the Panzer IV. So the tech tree is pretty standard fare. You have, you know, like your workshop unlock, which you need to be able to build anything out of it. So you're going to be spending a point on that. And then you have your Panzer IV, and then you have a KV series tank, which once this heavy thing is done here, the KV can be called in. I probably have almost enough money for it. It's a random KV. There's a lot of random in this. Then you have your Panzerfaust Truck, which you might as well get that thing out right away. You're going to need it. Then you have a bunker tech tree here, which you get a command bunker, which you can't man or anything. But so what's going on? Okay, that's gonna shit's gonna make it. You can't man the bunker, but you get to call stuff in, like this Hans Ehrlich, you know, cannon strafe, which damages tanks, but not really bad. It just kind of scares them away. But you also get the 2 T-34-85 tanks or 2 squads of covert operation troops. Now these are still made to look like Russian tanks, which is really cool. And again, this whole doctrine is based on the battle on the Eastern Front when there was no retreat, no surrender, no more German troops were coming. But you also get the 3 Tiger 1s. It's expensive and everything, but it's pretty deadly. So if you can survive, which now that they've improved all this shit, honestly, I don't see why you can't. You're just about as good as anybody. AA is one of your lacking things, and you can build it. Not, you know, so. But anyway, then you also have from here you get a munitions drop. You get the no retreat order, which gives you a extra 100 manpower coming in for a certain amount of time. And then, but you cannot retreat any troops during that, so you have to be very careful when you use it. I've lost some high-level troops because I couldn't get the hell out of there. Like if the planes are coming and you hear them saying enemy air, you can't run, you can't do shit. You can run, but you can't retreat. Then of course we looked at this. You have the roadblocks, and that also gives you the ability to hold down your vehicles. You have the flak Pack 40s, and then the flak 38s, which for anti-air. So this is another really important track here. And then you can get the 152mm howitzer. And then you have an infantry track. You can get two snipers, which again are super important. They don't have like the best range out of German snipers, but they're still very effective. You can also get the Narwa. These are Estonian volunteers. They're highly motivated in defense of their land. Now these guys are kind of an elite, and they do come, I'm gonna unlock it, they do come with an officer, a Narwa officer. So, and then lastly in the troop thing you get the Charlemagne. These were French guys. So these guys are also basically an elite. And I'll unlock that bunker while we're at it. Yeah, I'll unlock this and this. Why not, right? So, and in fact, while we're at it, I'll unlock this. So basically, here's the no retreat, no surrender thing. Now you see, my manpower just went up to 255 instead of 155. So I'm going to be getting some major manpower here, which is going to allow me to call in stuff like a random KV tank. So I'm going to call that in now that I have the heavy thing done. I'm also going to call in these Narwan, whatever the hell they're, Narna Flywinger
Officer has
guys.
reported for duty.
So what KV did I get? Okay, I got a KV-1B. Not the best KV call in. I mean, these aren't that great. They're heavily armored, but they're, you know, they're not the best thing in the world. But definitely helps.
Prepare to execute.
You know, you could also get the big KV, like the Bunker Buster KV, and that thing is super deadly when you get that. Alright, so here's that call-in that I did, the Narwa troops. So you see you get the Handel Roos. So this guy is basically an officer. He does not have the supervise ability. But he does get an STG-44, and you can get him an armed guard with an STG-44. And then he is one of the few units that can actually reinforce at the headquarters truck. And then you have your other guys that came here with them, the Narwa, and they get an MG-42. And they have an anti-tank grenade, which is pretty kick-ass. And they will get their Panzerfaust. So these guys are pretty good, and they can build a fighting hull. So these are the
Prepare for
elites.
combat.
So we'll get these guys up here. I mean, it has made such a difference. Honestly, it's with these troops being, you know, now that they've put them in line with the other troops. Normally, before you were just getting your ass kicked. They made these guys because they were volunteers. They were all, you know, very weak and just constantly getting their asses handed to them.
Stand by, crew. Target their armor.
Just tank off real quick. Nice. Didn't even penetrate it. Alright. So that ability's going, as you can see. It's over now. So my manpower went back down to 155, and now I can retreat again.
Achtung, be ready.
Really, this can't penetrate this tank. Finish it. Yeah. So I mean, you get that KV, it's not the best. You know, it's better than nothing, but
Infantry, counterattack.
my snipers are just having a fucking field day over here.
Ready to move. Make good your weapons. Fear reload.
Alright, well since you can't seem to kill it, let's go get rid of this machine gun nest so I can move up and take this.
Fire maker.
And you can haul this guy down too. And once he goes up to level 1, he can earn bushes. So let's call him the Charlemagne.
Unit ready.
And alright, let's see what else. We might as well unlock the last things. We'll have 2 tank unlocks left after this. So the Charlemagne are on their way. Former revenant to the French volunteer units, battle-hardened Eastern Front veterans. And these guys are very special too. I mean, they are the elite. These are your elite troop. These other guys, these Narwa, are really pretty elite, I guess.
Go rocket.
Finish it. Alright.
Direct hit. Prepare for action.
What I want you to do is take this wall down if
Driver,
possible.
advance. Crew.
Let's go. Prepare to advance.
But, let's... the engineers keep trying to fix it. Alright, so let's look at these Charlemagnes real quick. You have either an assault package with 2 MP40s and 3 STG-44s, or you can get defensive with the Panzerfaust rifle accessories and LMG-42. So let's look at the assault. You still get the thing is with the assault, really probably the better way to go. I mean, the Panzerfaust is great because you don't have to micro it to fire at tanks, and you get, you know, the long range guns. But here you're getting STG 44s out the ass, and you get the MP40. You get this smoke bomb thing, and you get this fatherland thing. Troops lay down a volume of fire that assaults rifles and submachine guns. So, you know, they also get an ability, and that's only with the assault. So these guys are pretty badass. You mix these guys with the Narwa, they're pretty deadly. You could take on. The last match I played, I was fighting a lot of airborne, and these guys were able to. And this is before they had these buffs from this latest patch, and they were keeping up with airborne. These troops, and the specialty guys. So pretty impressive. Well, let's see. So I should be able to move these guys up now. Alright, we'll get some kind of cover. Since this isn't providing it. Alright. I mean, now, this is the way... This is normally how I would have started the video. I would have had a beat to this to kind of go over everything. So what's left? We still have this upgrade, and we have the final upgrade. So they're both armor upgrades now. So let's find our engineers. Yeah, I mean, look at these high level. Really, it's amazing to me what a difference these buffs made. So now we can make this giant artillery, which I'm not going to worry about right now. Let's make the bunker. So the command bunker. This is a smaller map. So like right here will be fine, but you have a certain radius only with that airstrike, that defensive airstrike, and it is defensive. So I don't blow them up yet. Although that's. Building's gonna give them the KB, isn't it? No, that's light vehicles. Okay.
Enemy squad down.
Right. I insist on building it in the same place too, but yeah, my snipers are just having a field day with them.
Good. Secures that point and covers the advances.
All right, let's go. Just
Orders complete.
this KB up. We're waiting. Let's take out the rest of that bunker.
Enemy Panzer check.
This.
Destroy them. March forward.
It is cool. They put the German paint on it. And actually, you know, I built. Another thing is, these things, when you build them, they come here beat up. And these guys actually have to repair them. They come onto the battlefield beat up because they just captured them. You know, they've been destroyed somewhat. You didn't get to see that because... Okay, they did add it. They added the indirect fire. See, one of the things that really sucked about this doctrine is it had no indirect fire. So they added this. Because you have no mortars, you had nothing. You would literally, and again, the troops were so pathetic early on that you were screwed. So I'm trying to, let's see how, yeah, let's see, now this has great range. And I've loved them, you know, when these were, you know, when I used the Russians, these things are like a super great tool. Because you can use them from far back and really good damage. Yeah, it's not the most accurate thing, but you can build a couple of these and just constantly bombard the shit out of somebody.
Infantry wiped out.
Let's try not to hit the main building, though.
MG destroyed.
Alright.
Send orders.
So that's that.
Execute command.
Halt this, wherever the hell it is.
Standing by. Send orders.
Stop.
Ready for further orders.
So we're in good shape though.
Effective
And you
fire.
can hold down.
Received.
You can give it hold down. You can give it push, camouflage. I mean, it's a really important piece now. Before it was just why build it? It didn't do anything.
Achtung, be ready.
All right. Is that bunker done? Should be. Where's it at? Bunker. There we go. All right. So here's the bunker. You can build engineers out of the bunker now too, and you can always build recruits. So that's cool. You can make it a retreat spot. You couldn't man it before, still can't. That's fine. So the bunker, you get this Carl Gustav. You can see the range. You know, it's pretty decent, but this is a really small map. Oh no! Stop! Damn bushes gave it all kinds of extra range.
Forward.
Forgot about that.
Weiterfahren, get us to that position. Driver, get us over there, schnell.
No, dude. I want you to just back
Full
up here.
speed, go.
Okay. Back to the bunker. Where the hell is it? Bunker. Here we go. So now you can build engineers out of it too, which is pretty cool. So the big Tiger call in. Lock there. And I'm just gonna give myself a shit ton of money. Because these guys are dead anyway. So let's do the first one. You have the 206 dispatch. Call that mother in right here. Oh, my pop cap is reached. I have to kill some shit. You can't send anything away either.
Follow me. They're heading out.
Will you stop? Turn the bushes off, should reduce the sight.
My gun is jammed.
Uh-oh, his gun's jammed.
Enemy fire! Enemy fire! Let's go! Damn it! Pin down!
Yeah, these guys can't retreat, like I said. They have no smoke grenade or nothing. They're screwed.
Men are focused on ready!
So,
We've lost a squad of infantry.
good. They freed up some room, maybe. Alright, leave the bushes off so it doesn't get the vision.
Stand by, crew.
Yeah, understood.
Give them the bushes.
Execute command.
Alright. So, let's see here. That call-in should be here. And here it is. So you see they kept them with the Russian paint because it's an infiltration squad. So it's still got Russian stuff. They have a Russian truck. Even these guys are dressed like Russians.
Combat promotion. Received. Ready for advance to that position.
These infiltration troops. So we're just gonna let these guys out of the truck.
Ready for action.
I'm gonna take the truck and send it into its death.
Move out. Monitor the oil pressure.
Alright, and let's take a look at these tanks. T-3485, they can unlock cautious movement, which is cool. Again, they look Russian, you can haul these down.
Contact.
So, you know, it's a pretty kick-ass thing. And these guys are pretty deadly. So before, the way this doctrine really kind of worked was,
Driver, let's
if
go.
you could hold
Machine.
out long enough, you could call in these
Move us along.
T-3485s, and you could get these Tigers, right? And that was really the
Proceed
thing,
forward.
was try
Press
to
onward.
just hold out.
Standing by.
And that's what you tried to do. So, you know, but now it seems like it's not that big of a deal. This might be one of the more powerful doctrines now. Still has weakness against anti-air, and this wasn't much of a challenge at all, so I'll have to try it on hard and see, you know, how do I react if they're coming at me hard, actually, with a lot of tanks and things of that nature, because all of this stuff's relatively expensive. So not the troops so much, but these emplacements and things, they're not cheap. But here's the Infiltration Squad. I don't know what weapons. I think they have a bunch of MP40s, right? Yeah. And they have grenade, they have a Panzerfaust Truck. They can do evasive action and sneak around, which is really cool. And they have the binocular feature. So they do make the snipers less necessary later on, although I was still, they're like my favorite piece, are snipers. You could just shoot people apart with them. And they can't be seen unless they have a spotter piece or another sniper. So
Ready to move. Make good your weapons.
now I need something. There's nothing here to cover with. Just do evasive action. Sneak them up here. Alright, so there's that, and you get 2 of these guys. I don't know how good they are at fighting or anything, but you know, they're probably about as good as a vehicle crew with MP40s, I guess. But to me, the cooler thing is the fact that they get, you know, evasive action, and they can also, you know, use the binoculars. Pretty huge. Alright, so there's one thing left. Oh, not to unlock. I've unlocked everything. It's one thing left to build, and that's the Tiger Call-In, which you need the bunker for. Tiger Group Dispatch.
Tiger Panzer, ready for battle.
Oh, these guys got pinned.
Eyes, enemy rounds! Keep your heads down! Regroup!
Just back them out of there.
This is it.
Oh, look at this ambulance. It's gonna see me. I don't know why they're building an ambulance. Oh shit! Look out! Get out of there! It's a tank. T-70. Oh. Yeah, I don't think it matters. I can hear the earth shaking as my 3 Tigers roll in, and one of them is a Tiger with veteran level already, so he's got some extra goodies, and these guys can haul down. So, you know, now that the troops are actually decent, and now you can build 4 of those packs, because trying to cover an entire map with only, because you couldn't build pack 40s and just run them out where you needed them. You had to build these, you still only can do these emplacements. Small packs don't really do shit against even medium tanks. I mean, they just like, you gotta hit them in the ass, and you have to continually hit them just to scare them off. But when you go rolling in with this, unless someone's got mines down to slow you up and a bunch of hidden anti-tank troops, you're gonna be doing all right. And the other thing that's like, I've actually come up against like a cave, you know, IS-2, and you know, it'll pretty much one-shot this stuff. So I've had that happen and be like, holy crap, I lost 2 of the Tigers like real quick to not that it was the IS-2 and then the IS-2 Ace. Yeah, life was bad.
Target down. Execute.
So,
Quickly, schnell.
yeah, I mean, you can haul these goddamn things down. I mean, you really, there's not a whole lot that's going to be able to stand up to this coming in, I don't know. So, there you have it. I mean, that's not a very good overview. Again, oh, those guys escaped with 1 left. Nice. No, I forgot I don't have any guys to upgrade them. There they are.
Prepare for combat.
Gotta reinforce with this. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of a brief overview. You know, it was very easy. I'm going to try it on something harder. This isn't really a good video for it. And it's not really a great explanation video either, but, you know, this was kind of new to me too, because this is the 9th iteration. So, and then they finally said we can start putting videos up, because I don't think it's going to change much. And honestly, at this point, if anything, it seems extremely powerful. So, which isn't a bad thing, you know. It's obviously, you know, you've still got to have the be able to have the money to resources to bring this heavy duty shit in here. So, and they do have a real weakness for anti-air. There's no mobile anti-air, so if you're on a bigger map, and even if you have an anti-air, emplacement down, like I have here, and here, I've had these things actually cleaned off by a plane. The plane comes in and it rotates out to shoot it, and it just strafe it off. So you can reman it and whatever, but a bomb will take it out, or a tank takes it out. They used to have them built out of debris, but apparently it was causing an issue with the anti-air gun hitting it. But it was built kind of like these out of like the cool debris, like the hull down like this. So. But at any rate, but not being able to move the anti-air forward is pretty rough. Sometimes. This map, no, it's not an issue. Alright. Oh man, they actually got a hit off on my T-34. I can't believe those guys aren't pinned, I guess because of the level. But yeah, it's a really cool, unique doctrine. It feels a little less unique now because it's not so hard to use. Like one of the most unique parts of it was, holy shit, was it hard to use. What a struggle. I don't know how many videos I did where I got my ass absolutely handed to me, and it was just ass kicked. I'm talking even on just standard difficulty. Because I had no way to hold off, the mobs of like Shermans, especially against the US. I mean, the Shermans would come in. Welcome to the party, buddy. Yeah. Back up. Shermans would come in, and there'd be 2 or 3 of them, and they would see I can only build 2 of these anti-tank guns. I'd have it up in a spot, wouldn't have to be right from their base typically. It's like back here, trying to cover a huge part of the map with it. And you don't have any other heavy things. And back then, you had to go manually pick up Panzerschrecks and stuff from that truck, and it would do 2 at a time. Yeah, I mean, it was so micro heavy. It was unbelievable.
Suppressive fire! Suppressive fire! Ready! Execute!
Back up, fire, free fire. But yeah, this is a viable doctrine. I mean, it was viable before, but
has been won.
not. I mean, really, the big thing was we talked about in balance was like, why would you pick this over any other doctrine? And I mean, you could think, well, okay, I can get 3 Tigers at once to call in, but it was so hard to even survive long enough to try to do that. That it made it almost impossible to do, to be honest. I mean, you might get them out, but then by the time you're getting that crap out, I mean, there's already an IS-2 out there, or there's a Pershing, or there's planes that'll just strafe them up and knock you down to 1 Tiger real quick, because you can't like move anti-air forward to help. And again, the bigger the map, the harder it was for these guys to be used. So, and again, they don't have any forward. The only thing they could do without that bunker, I mean, the bunker was one thing they could do to put out recruits, and like later that was added, and then you could try to reinforce forward with that. But otherwise, man, you were running all the way back to wherever that truck was, and airborne troops will come in and tear you. It was rough. It was very rough. But this is completely different. So I'm gonna do another one after this and I'm gonna try the Americans and see how it goes. But yeah, that was an absolute ass kicking with these troops being able to fight back now. What a difference. But alright, thanks for watching. Any comments, leave them below. I'll put out I said I'll start putting out some of these videos using this, trying some different things. So, and I'll try it on a little harder difficulty too, on hard actually, and see how that goes. Alright, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.